Okay, guys, follow me, please. Okay, so first we have to log with our login. Okay, so if I go to my this is my page, you will see my page, everything I did on my page. You see, those are my the previous research, the collections. So all of those, the previous research I did, and those are my bibliography. This is my publications already on PubMed. Okay, and the research, I did some practice yesterday just in preparation for this lecture. Okay, so this is my page. So always go with the PubMed with your, I'm going to teach you different ways really for the PubMed, not a familiar way to you, but very efficient and very relevant. Okay, so simply I'm going to just write hypertension. Okay, this is hypertension, just no slash. Hypertension, you see how many articles? You know, nearly 500,000 about hypertension. If I write, for example, diabetes only, you see also 1,000, you see nearly also more than 500,000. Just to go to this, please look to me, advanced. This is very nice tool. See here, what's here? Yeah. Diabetes, and what's here? Type. Look here, I'm going to add diabetes, and I'm going to add here hypertension. And in the all research engine, you will see the Boolean operator here, and or not. It's a standard in all research engine. Just I'm going to, if I choose and, what do you expect about the number? Decrease or increase? Less. You see here, 500,000. Just I will not. If you click OK, enter, it switches me to the PubMed. I don't have to switch to the PubMed. Just add to the history. You see, from 500,000 to 80,000. Just I'm going to apply another one, diabetes and hypertension. In this example, I'm going to change it to what do you expect? Double the number. You see, nearly 1 million. Okay, I'm not using not too much, by the way, but you know, I'm using the most one and you know, this is the most frequently used one. Okay, so this is another way I'm using. Now I'm using PubMed in this way. Okay, I formulated just a question. If I go back, this is a familiar way on PubMed. For example, if we write. I'm just. I wanted to see the effect of. Just I brought something very broad to be understood by all the people. The diet therapy, for example, as a management in diabetes, in weight reduction. Okay, so the P is for P, diabetes population, and I for diet control, and C. If you compare to the medication or there is no comparison, that's okay. And then the outcome is weight reduction. I can go to the PubMed by this way and I can write diet therapy. For example, for weight loss, WEI, weight loss in diabetes mellitus, because there is another diabetes insipidus, for example. This is, people usually go by this way, okay? There is no combination, just something like they wrote by this way. But can you review almost 2,000 articles? Now what about to use Boolean operators? What about to decide or to determine my research or keywords better? What about? Let's try it? Let's try it. Okay. If I write, for example, P, which is diabetes. Okay. Diabetes mellitus. It's better also to determine it if you wanted to write, if you say write type 2, it's better. Okay. I have here thousands. Don't worry, just keep it. Okay. And I is diet therapy. Just enter, leave it. Don't do anything. Okay. And then weight loss. WEIG, weight loss. Okay? Go to advanced. Go to advanced. And just simply click add to history. I have now, okay, 1,000, okay, 1,300. It's not bad. It's not bad, but better than, okay, thousands. I can go to them, okay, and I can do further narrowing. I can do. It's not a bad way, by the way, but what about to use more concise way? What about to use mesh? Let's try mesh. Let's try mesh. Remove those. And just here switch to mesh. Huh. What's the first thing I will write? Diabetes mellitus. If you write just the diabetes and click enter, let's see. Here is the index of the library. What do you want from diabetes? Tell me. We have many kinds of diabetes. I have to determine here. If I write diabetes mellitus here, I just click here, it takes me to the whole diabetes mellitus. What about to determine more? It is diabetes type 1 or type 2? Type. What about to search for type 2? Huh? I wanted to focus more and more. I'm not speaking about type 1. If you write type 1, that's nice. Just to determine more, narrow more. If I click to diabetes mellitus type 2, the whole add to research builder, it gives me everything about the meats. However, if I click inside, I can determine more. I can use genetics. I can use history. I can use anatomy. I can use anything. Subtitles inside diabetes mellitus. Okay? I wanted to take it out. I wanted to focus on therapies. I'm speaking about therapy. What about to use therapy? Diet therapy, drug therapy, therapy. That's all. So I limit now my research. I for diet. If you write diet on mesh, it gives you a lot of things. What about to search for something which is relevant to me? Diet reducing. Look to this one. A diet designed to cause an individual to lose weight. Is it relevant to my search? I think. Just click it. Go to add to research builder. And then by the way, it includes the weight loss. But if you write weight loss, that's not bad. WEI, weight loss. You see, weight loss, decrease in exercising, the same. Diet reducing, the same item that I used. I think that's okay. If I don't want to put it more, just at the end, click on search Pubmed. What do you see? 400. I think now I can continue on 400 instead of thousands. I limited now more because trust me, you can't navigate not more than between 30 or 40 abstracts. So your job to use the most relevant to your topic. But 400, no, Muhammad, it's big. I can't. We need to narrow more, as Dr. Muhammad explained. Look to this, the left item, the left column. If I'm focusing, suppose that I wanted to make a meta-analysis or systematic reviews. So I have to choose what? The clinical trials. If you click here, you see? Wow, amazing. 127 only. Suppose that I'm focusing more on female. If you go to here, show additional filters, and then sex, for example, if I am focusing on female, I am 116. Type, what about to use the last 10 years, for example? I'm in 75. Put in your mind that we used something which is a little bit diabetes and the diet. There is a tremendous amount of publication to To narrow my number to 75 or 100, this is a good job instead of millions or thousands of articles. Okay? So there are many ways in Pubmed. The traditional one, just to write your title in Pubmed. The better one to use, and. The best one to use mesh. Type. Let's take another example.
Can you just, this Pubmed and here mesh, what is this like?
From here. You can switch from mesh and the Pubmed from here.
No, but then again here in the bracket, the diabetes type 2 again mesh has come there, no?
Okay. After the Pubmed, you go first on mesh.
Okay.
What's your mission on mesh? Search or bringing just the headline, the hits or the headings? Just any titles. And after he finishes from the mesh, he switches you to the Pubmed. Again, Pubmed, yes. Mesh doesn't have mesh. It is an index. Again, is your book on the library, on the index, on the shelf? Okay, it's not on the index, but you use the index just for what? Quick search. So mesh is a quick search.
Choose the shelf.
Yes, it shows to you which shelf, but the shelf is on Pubmed. Okay, the book itself on Pubmed. Right, let's take another example quickly. I'm still on Pubmed. Okay, I did just a search. I'm using the medication named tamsulosin, okay, for the benign prostatic hyperplasia, and then I had a patient who had, orthostatic hypotension. I know it is a side effect, but I'm really interested to know, was the incidence or the side effects or orthostatic hypotension in tamsulosin. So what's my population? Benign, yes, benign prostatic hyperplasia. What's I? Intervention? Tamsulosin, the medication.
Can you repeat the question?
Okay, I did a research a couple of weeks ago. I had a patient who developed orthostatic hypertension with tamsulosin as a medication, and this patient had benign prostatic hyperplasia. So what's my population? Benign prostatic hyperplasia. What is intervention? The medication. There is no comparison here. And what's the outcome? Hypotension. Okay? I can write here from the beginning, okay, the side of orthostatic hypotension in patients who are using tamsulosin in BPH or benign prostatic hyperplasia. Just I'm going from you to go another way, which is advanced. I go to the advanced. I will write first my population. Benign prostatic hyperplasia. Don't go to Pubmed now. Just add to history. You see why it gives me a little data here? Because you see, I'm making filtration. I filtered only the clinical trials. I will return back and then clear all. I can clear all from here. Clear all. So I don't want any filter. Again, benign prostatic hyperplasia. I put it here and then add to history. You see here, 25,000. Okay? But the 15, because I did filtration on female, there is already no BPH on female, so only 15. Okay? And then tamsulosin, okay? Add to history, 1,600. And then orthostatic hypotension. Add to history. Okay. And then, what's the next? Add, and. I'm combining all of them. And then, add to history. Very nice. 37. Go to them. That's enough. 37, that's enough. Just if you click clinical trials, it will be, maybe 10 or 15 or something. It's exactly 10 or 15 clinical trials. Okay? I can go to mesh. I think now you understand mesh. By the way, go to mesh again, write the title, the same. Combining, I can add the whole benign prostatic hyperplasia, or I can choose therapies. If you are interested in something, click it, narrow your research. Okay. What I usually do, okay, I don't use, as I said to you, I don't use the Pubmed only for search. I'm using different engines, okay? So if I am going, for example, here on Pubmed, in the Google or online, I will say the effect orthostatic, because I did it yesterday, okay? It gives you already articles, okay? So try to use many different engines. So if I click here, for example, okay, there is an article in British Medical Journal about this issue. I can take it, I will see it. So, and also I'm going to give you one of my experiences. I usually hunt 1 or 2 articles perfectly in my topic, and then I usually go to the references of those articles. Those articles give me the whole references that I need. Huh? The what? Same what? Same doing the same? The same. Okay, I'm not only the one. Okay. And then you can click here on PDF. I will see if it's available or not. British Medical Journal. Let me check for the year 2013. And then Tamsulosin treatment, risk of hypotension. It's amazing one. Okay. And then I have to read it to make sure it's relevant. And then I can go to those references. Okay, you can see a lot of references here. This is another way to see or to hunt relevant references about your research. If we switch to Pubmed, sometimes, as I said to you, we didn't speak about Pubmed Central. What does it mean? Or Pubmed Central? Yes. Again, what's Pubmed Central? Open access, exactly. If I switch here, okay, you can see here as you scroll down, you see what is this? Free. PMC, Pubmed Central. I can click here, I can get the whole article. Okay? Also, I can put PDF to bring the whole item. And then you can go down, go down, go down, go down. You will see here the references at the end. If you wanted this reference, for example, I will click Pubmed to switch me to this reference on Pubmed. I am going to add now, I'm going to teach you now how to save. This is save. I have to save it now on clipboard. Okay? So different ways for search, but all of my research, relevant search. This is a PMC. If I return it back, if you see here, PMC, if you choose PMC and you write anything here, okay?
It will come all free.
Yes, exactly. If I just bring this title that I wrote on Google, Control C, and then I put it here in PMC, it means that it brings for me the whole free access. You see, whole of them free access. All of them article, the whole article here, and citations here. You can just, if you click on article, it gives you the whole article on PMC. This is the whole article. Just, I wanted to tell you something. Most of the people like the full article. But in initial research, do not look for the full articles. Look for the abstracts more.
Sometimes valuable information is there.
And where? In abstracts only, yes. Because there are many topic journals, they do not have, they don't put the full text article on Pubmed. They have only the abstracts. So don't bother in the initial research in collecting the full text rather than abstracts. I'm going to show you now a few things that will help you to do more effective search on Pubmed. So some articles, for example, used HIV. Okay, another articles used AIDS. So to include all of them, here we can use OR. So I didn't use OR too much unless there is in synonymous terms like this example. Usually we use AND, but this is a good example to use OR. So if I write, for example, human immunodeficiency virus, for example, HIV, so add to history. You can see here, you know, more than 300,000 articles. If I write acquired immunodeficiency disease, it is another term for HIV. So here more than 200,000 articles. So just if you add HIV and AIDS together, and here just a switch to OR, you know, and then add to history, you see it's not the sum of all, okay, but you know it includes now you know, all the articles that have HIV and AIDS as titles, okay. You see here, this number includes all the articles that have HIV or AIDS as titles. Just using another example because this example is very big. So some article use stone, another article use calculi. If we write ureteric, for example, ureteric stone, and you add to history here, see I have more than 9,000 articles. And if you write ureteric, for example, calculi again, calculi, add to history, you see here it is 4,000. So by the same way, add, just switch this one to OR and add to history. So here, you know, 10,000. It's not 14,000, but it is only 10,000 because many of those articles are merged together or repeated in calculi and repeated in stones. This is another tool here in Pubmed. And then you can combine this ureteric stone, this term, with and later on. Okay, this is the use of OR. So another thing here, we have a big list here. By the way, I didn't show to you, but I'm going to just give you two examples. I can combine searches not only by terms, but I can combine with another things like journal, the journal title, like the author. Just I'm giving you one example. If you choose here journal, for example, journal of urology, journal, you see journal from the list of it brings for me journal of urology. Okay, and just I'm going to use it and then add to history. You know, I see here all of those articles that published by the journal of urology. I want to now to combine, you know, another term. So in advanced writing, if you have more experience in writing, so it is something good to determine in advance the journal that you submit your article on. Because if you determine it in advance, you can do something which is very lovely by the editors to include more references from this journal. Because by this way, the impact factor of the journal increases. I don't have time to increase about the impact factor, but just I'm going to show you how to combine terms with the journals. I will write here also upper tract, for example, upper tract urothelial cancer. This is my area of interest. Add to history. I can combine now the two titles, the upper tract urothelial cancer and the journal of urology, and add to history. So here it brings for me 143. So those articles, I can look for them more because those in my topic on Journal of Urology. So if I intend in advance to submit my article to Journal of Urology, I can incorporate more references from the Journal of Urology, and this something very lovely by the editors, and it will increase really, if your article is nice and good, will increase the chance to be accepted by this journal. I can do another thing by author. If I want, for example, to search for specific author, if I have a figure in a field, for example, so if I will write one of the Dr. Yasser Osman, for example, see here, if by choosing author, it brings for me all the available author. Osman, yes, Yasser Osman, this is one, he is my professor and the reviewer of my articles. Add to history. So if I just write Yasser Osman, he has 6 to 5 here. I can combine Yasser Osman as an author and upper tract urothelial cancer and add to history. Yeah, it brings for me, yes, exactly 4 articles published by Yasser Osman and on upper tract urothelial tumor. I can click on them. I can switch to the Pubmed. All of them with me because he is my reviewer in this topic. This is now we spoke about and more options of and more option of or. Just a few things here. If you click on any article, for example here, look to this the right part, the right column here, similar articles. It brings for you similar articles by the same author or by the same title. I'm going just to choose another thing to show you another thing. Okay, if I choose here electric stone, does the stone is a mesh term or not? You can know from this box. This box is very, very important, by the way. If you just click see more, this box shows to you many things. I love this box because it shows for me the mesh terms. Here the mesh, the erythrolithiasis is a mesh term, and stone is not a mesh term. However, calculi, you see mesh calculi exactly. So this box shows to you the mesh terms. You can bring the mesh terms from this box. Just a final thing here. Finally, just I'm going to pay your attention here by this left column. Those options are not everything by the Pubmed gives to us. If you click show additional filters here, it gives you another box. You can use another filters if you want. I am click on sacks on edges and shows, you see it. Those appear here on the left column. Please don't forget to have an account. If you go to my account anytime, I can show to you the recent research. You see, those are the recent search I did now. If I left this computer, I went to anywhere else, I can access my search from my account. And those my collections very, very important on my page. So please have an account on Pubmed. I think now those are the basic information that you have to know on Pubmed.
Thanks for your time and see you next lecture. Thank you.